Hey guys, John here. Today we are talking cargo area with these three booties of these vehicles right here. We have the all-new Land Cruiser 250 series, we have the 5th gen Toyota 4Runner, and we have a GX550 Overtrail Plus. So we have some cargo that we're gonna try to stuff in the back of these three vehicles. Now online, you guys can see all the stats, right? Cool, that's awesome. But real world stuff, like let's say you're traveling with a bicycle, or you just picked up some MagnaFlow exhaust, or you're trying to move and you have moving boxes, or you want to travel and you have a fridge. I will also do some tape measurement stuff for you guys. But first, let's go ahead and open all three hatches because each one is actually different. So starting with the Land Cruiser, ours is a first edition Land Cruiser, so it has the automatic tailgate. However, the Land Cruiser 1958 comes with a manual tailgate. Now ours seems a little low because of our garage, so we preset it, but I'm gonna go ahead and lift it up for this experiment. Now the 5th gen 4Runner keeps it old school. The 6th gen, however, coming out later this year, early next year, has an automatic tailgate just like the Land Cruiser. However, electronic release, but we gotta lift it up like a peasant. Just kidding. It won't fail on you unless these dudes fail on you, right? But good manual tailgate, and to shut it, you have a nice long strap right here. Now the Lexus GX550 has an automatic hatch, same as the Land Cruiser. However, this one being a Plus version, top of the line for its Overtrail model, you have a little kick thing right here. And sometimes it doesn't want to work, so I don't know. That's too complicated, too much tech for me. I have the key in my pocket. I'm not sure if I'm getting at a non-perfect spot, but so that cool feature for me is not worth it because every single Toyota that has had that feature, I haven't been able to use it well, so that to me is not worth the money. So let's start with this GX550 Overtrail. This thing only has 2 rows of seats. The Overtrail does not have a 3rd row, and it's a turbocharged V6, so we don't have a raised up battery pack here. So our height from the floor to the very top is just over 36 inches or so. From the back of the seats where they sit to, let's go with the plastic part right here, it is at 43.5 from the back of the seat to the start of the plastic right here where the carpet meets. So one item that we're gonna be putting in is this Heybike. So this is the Ranger S. This is not sponsored. Heybike did not pay me to talk about this bike. However, they did send 2 of them out for me to review. One for myself and one for my wife. And I'll let you guys know, within the last month or so having these things, especially in a beach town, it's been freaking awesome. And this one, I felt like it was perfect to showcase it with the GX because this sand color with all the metallic honestly matches the GX pretty well. So these things have a top range of about 55 miles or so with a top speed of close to 32 miles an hour. It has 5 different power modes for the shifting. It also has 7 gears, which is cool. And for it being a kind of beach bike with some sand and stuff that we have here in Florida, it is also a fat tire bike, which I like quite a bit. The lights on it are pretty good. We actually drove these at night to go to a McDonald's, and just overall have just been really enjoying an e-bike. What I like about this one too is it has like kind of a step through right there. E-bikes are pretty dope. I've seen them a lot in Overland, at Overland expos and stuff. They're getting very big in the whole off-road space. Like people go to their camping sites and stuff, they pull out their little e-bike from their car or their truck and they just rip around the camping sites. But what I like about it, it's a full pedal. Like you can actually pedal with it if the battery goes completely dead. And with that too, you have all the assist buttons here as well. So like when you pedal, it's just a little bit of assistance here and there, or you could go all the way up to level 5 and this thing just cooks, man. It goes, like I said, top speed of 32 miles an hour. Absolutely rips. But after all, this is a cargo video, right? So let's go ahead, break this thing down and put it into our cargo area. So the handlebars go down, we'll move these out of the way. Oh gosh, that's kind of strange. So that's how it folds up, huh? All right. So the practicality, I guess, is that it will fold up. So we could definitely fit both of our bikes back here because this should shut on it, which is cool. But handling a folded bike, I think the GX will be the only test for this one today. But very cool from Heybike to send this out for us. It's been awesome. I'll let you guys know more about it later if for some reason it fails on me. But pretty cool little pickup, especially if you guys are taking your vehicles camping. Let's get back to the cargo test. So one thing to note too with the GX550 is our seats, they tumble forward like this, because on certain models of the GX, you can get it as a 3-row SUV. But this is nice with it not having a 3rd row here. This is somewhat flat. So our measurement to the start of that plastic right there to about where the seat starts to interrupt it, dang, that's actually close to 5 feet. Now again too, this seat not completely flat. So if you need to raise up this floor or anything for a completely flat floor, you're gonna have to do it, dang, almost a foot. It's at like 11 1/4 right there from the bottom of this to the top of the seat. And wheel well to wheel well on the GX, we are at 33.5. But you know, as for boxes and stuff, we got a Sam's Club box, this longer MagnaFlow box, which does not fit, so we will have to raise up the seat again. So now with that seat slid forward, it will fit in the back of the GX, and for reference, this MagnaFlow box is about 49 inches long. We are not able to fit it on top of this MagnaFlow box. However, we could flip that box sideways, put all these on it. Actually, I stand mistaken. So you will have to flip up a seat on the GX, but it fits all this stuff perfectly fine. So now over here on the 4Runner, we are old school and we actually have the cargo tray installed on my 4Runner, which is a difference of about 2 1/4 or so, actually almost 3 inches when it comes to the thicker end right here. So we will go up to the top. In the 4Runner height, we are very close to 33 inches, so about 3 inches shorter height-wise than the GX over there. However, if I did not have this cargo tray installed, it would be about the same height as the GX over there. From the back of the seat to the back of this cargo tray, we are at 39 inches to where it starts the plastic. That's about where we did the GX, but to the back of the cargo tray, we are at 41 inches. Then a couple steps to put the seats all the way down on the 4Runner, but what I love about it is they fold all the way this way, and we have a completely flat floor here, which is really nice. So back of the cargo to all the way where the seat starts, we are at close to 69 inches. So that GX was at about 60 inches, I believe, and we are at 69 inches nice over here on the 4Runner. And then width-wise, from wheel well to wheel well, we are at 43 inches. I'm gonna take our MagnaFlow box, which I know won't fit without the seat down. Put that in like that. Still got tons of space. Holy smokes, we could put another box right there. In fact, we will. We'll stack this one up right there, which allows us, actually, we could put it right here, have more space than the GX. And then we'll take the Iceco fridge. Don't wanna scratch up the wheel well. And there we barely go. That will shut on the 4Runner, but this has a bit more space, it feels like, than the GX over here. All right, and now the Land Cruiser, and I'm gonna use my sweat towel because it is getting hot, but this little sticker right here, I've been told that I've been wrong, and thank God, because I originally thought that the load weight of this, of about 132 pounds or so, was just for this shelf right here, because Toyota says shelf on this, not cargo area. So I believe, with everyone correcting me in the comment section, it's nice because this thing is flimsy. It's a little storage area, but I believe that is what Toyota is referring to for the 132 pounds of weight going on this, not the actual cargo area, because if that was the actual cargo area, that would be absolutely wild. You couldn't even use your SUV like as an SUV properly. So let's go ahead and get some measurements. We do have this whole battery pack in our way on the Land Cruiser. This thing is close to 4 inches tall, not including the mat right here. But since the mat is installed, we're gonna go ahead and go up, and we are at just about 32 inches or so. So that's actually the worst out of all of them, right? Worse than the GX, which was at about 36, and then the 4Runner that was at about 33 because of the cargo tray. And from the back of the GX to The end right here is 43. Now the back seat in the Land Cruiser is the exact same as the GX. It tumbles forward. For what reason? I don't know, because there's no third row offered on our Land Cruiser in the United States. However, the Prado overseas, if you don't get it with a hybrid setup, you get it with like the 2.4 or the diesel version, they do have a rear seat. But the height from the battery pack to the top of the seat is about 4 inches or so. So that's not horrible to have that little bit of a gap right there. Definitely a lot closer than the GX is with no rear seat to get it completely flat. However, when we do fold it forward in the GX, we do get a bit more flat space, whereas here you have the raised up floor bed and then it dips down to get to the seat. But now let's go ahead and take the stuff out of the back of the 4Runner to get ready to put it into the Land Cruiser. Take the MagnaFlow box. See, now I can't fit right there with the seat down. However, I can lift it up a little bit and go on top of the seat. And you could see with that seat kind of tucked down and not flipped up like on the GX, which you could do the GX both ways if you really wanted to, but it would be up like that a bit. We can set this further back, giving us a little bit more room right here, kind of than we did with the GX. So that would allow us to put this box here if we really wanted to. And then what I love about the 4Runner, instead of having to lift this all the way out, because we do have the cargo tray, I could bring this closer to me. The 4Runner is the best of the both worlds because you got the glass that rolls down, you got the kind of cargo area to sit on and hang out, and it allows you to bring heavy stuff closer to you, which is pretty nice. And then there we go. This fits right here a bit better on the Land Cruiser and GX than the ice cold fridge does on the 4Runner. And this is what I was talking about with having the seat kind of just folded flat. It allows this to move forward a bit more versus having the seat tumbled up forward. So the fact that the Land Cruiser has a little bit of a raised floor in the back to be somewhat even with this helps for boxes to slide them forward more. So guys, which cargo area wins for you? Land Cruiser, 4Runner, or the GX? I honestly think height-wise, like if you were taking tires and stuff and wanting to do like taller things and stuff, I feel like the GX is the better one. For all around utility, flat floors and all that, I feel like the 4Runner is definitely the winner in that regards. But as for kind of a mixed bag of both, then I feel like the Land Cruiser actually does kind of edge both of them out because it's kind of the best of both worlds. But really, if I was to pick one, it would honestly probably be the 4Runners. But let me know what you think down in the comments section, guys. Again, huge thanks to Heybike for sending out 2 bikes for my wife and I to just cruise around on and give you guys a review. I appreciate y'all watching, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, see you later.